the truth is that whether the 1% cares about us or not is irrelevant because the foundation, the population is what business needs.
Right.
Business dies without customers.
Right.
Customers are simply people who choose to spend their money on whatever consumer goods or consumable goods they choose to spend their money on, whatever they choose to buy. You can be a jackass company and be the only company that offers a certain good. Think Facebook when it first started, right? Nobody liked Zuckerberg. Lots of people still don't like Zuckerberg. Yeah. Most people don't like Facebook, but it's the only Facebook out there. Yeah. So it's the only thing people use. Yeah. It's the same kind of problem. I have a friend who hates X.
Oh, really?
Hates X. He's former journalist.
Yeah.
Hates X, formerly known as Twitter. Hated Twitter. Hates Elon Musk. Hates all the misinformation, all the like, dude, all he does is just bitch about the X platform.
That's funny. Why?
And guess where he spends all his time?
That's really funny.
On the platform. And I'm like, why do you complain so much about it and use it? Yeah. And he's like, well, because the fact is it's still the only place that journalists, like independent journalists, can go now to air their stories and get seen and get discovered.
That's interesting.
I was like, well, then you can't hate it that much.
Yeah.
Like if it is the tool that serves the need, that's why people use it. So you don't need the point I'm making is that we don't need to hate corporations.
Right.
Because they don't care about us. They shouldn't care about us. What a corporation should care about is producing a service that's so good or a product that's so good that fulfills a need that people have.
Right.
And then as long as they provide the service and other people have the need, all that's left is price.
Right.
If it's too expensive, people won't buy it. If it's too cheap, too many people will buy it.
Right.
So it's all about finding the right price for the right people and making it work from there.
Right.
And that's why, like, I know Nike doesn't care about me, and I know New Balance doesn't care. All the shoes that I wear when I exercise or run, not a single one of those CEOs actually cares about me. I don't really care about them either. Right. But I do care that what I put on my foot keeps me safe in the gym and gives me ankle support and arch support and whatever else.
Right. And I think in theory, so it's like when you move out of your parents' house, right? When you are living in your parent, because I always view the government as parent, which is growing up, I thought.
I see the government as a warden.
Growing up, I thought you need a big government to take care of people, to take care of the people who have nothing else, who have nobody else to turn to. Because I grew up when the welfare system was really expanding. But in theory, just like when you move out of your house and suddenly you have to cook for yourself. Yep. You figure out how to cook for yourself. And maybe you do it even better than the way your mom cooked. Right. Right? Maybe you don't cook everything on high heat. Sorry, Mom.
She still cooks everything on high heat.
I know. Yeah. But she had a lot going on back then. So I'll give her grace for sure. But so in theory, if the government shrinks and there are still needs, right? There are still public service welfare needs, then in theory, people will come up with new ideas to fulfill those needs. Yep. And
the market will force them to do it in an efficient, cost-effective way.
Exactly. So just like, maybe your business will still be profit-driven because you have to make profits to survive, but you'll find a creative way to take a portion of those profits and help the people in your community. Maybe the help will be more localized, which a number of people have been saying that having such a big government and such a large federal welfare system is really ineffective because every community is so different and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. Yeah. So if you start really privatizing, then you can really start, instead of fixing everything with a sledgehammer, you fix it with a scalpel, and the community itself can come together and better address the needs of their community.
If you like this short clip, make sure you click here to see the next clip or here to see the full podcast episode.